For several decades, hundreds of women in the northern part of Ghana have been accused of witchcraft, a label that has stripped them of their homes, families, and dignity. Branded as outcasts, many are banished to remote camps where they endure extreme poverty, inadequate shelter, and limited access to food, clean water, and health care. A new report by Amnesty International, branded for life, How Witchcraft Accusations Lead to Human Rights Violations of Hundreds of Women in Northern Ghana, exposes the systemic failures that leave these women trapped in cycles of abuse and neglect. At the launch of the report, a human rights lawyer and member of parliament for the Medina Lakwantana constituency, Francis Xavier Sosu, stressed the need for government to take action on the report, emphasizing on the implementation of the laws to criminalize the act. He also called on all stakeholders to support the call.
It's obvious that there is a need for government to take urgent steps to do something about the situation. And I have recommended that beyond the LEAP payment and beyond NHIS support that we give to these women, there is the need for us to immediately take steps to amend our laws to criminalize witchcraft accusation. Yes, in the 8th Parliament, I remember I led the way for us to do that through private members' bills. Already there are some 10 members of parliament who are interested in the area and who have joined for us to reintroduce the bill again in parliament. But what I'm doing, once I work within the government framework, I've been working with the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection as well as Attorney General and to see how we can appeal to His Excellency the President to initiate this bill as a government bill and take the bill through a very urgent consideration so that as soon as possible we can have a law that will criminalize witchcraft accusation, criminalize naming of people as witches, criminalize the finding of people or determining who witches are, and also to provide for reintegration of women who find themselves in this unfortunate situation. The issue of witchcraft accusation is a very serious one. When you are accused of being a witch, in some communities, it amounts to a death sentence. And so whatever we can do to take away this practice, we should do. The accusation of witchcraft is deep-rooted in our identity as a people, in our cultural and religious practices. And we know that under our constitution, every cultural practice that is contrary to the constitution, protection of rights, protection of dignity of people, that discriminates against women, must be prohibited. And so I am begging all of us, all stakeholders, the National House of Chiefs, the Regional House of Chiefs, the Catholic Bishops' Conference, the Pentecostal Council, all the various associations, even the office of the National Chief Imam. We are calling on all of you to come together. So we will rally together and lead a national coalition to abolish witchcraft in our country and get His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama to sign the bill so that we can begin a new age or a new dawn of women protection and a new hope for women, particularly elderly, vulnerable women in Ghana.
The country director of Amnesty International, Genevieve Partington, in an interview with the media, called for the closure of the witches' camps, adding that there should also be a roadmap to ensure that these old women and men reunite with their families. Musa Bawas reports for TV Africa News.
We have had discussions with the minister herself, Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection. She's very concerned about the issue, and they seem very keen on finding a very good solution, a roadmap. Because as we stated in the report's recommendations, you can't just close down the camps immediately. Where are these women going to go? There has to be a comprehensive roadmap by government, led by Ministry of Gender, to show, okay, how are we going to do public education? How are we going to reintegrate these women back into their communities? If they do not feel safe to go back to their communities, where else can we take them to? There's there needs to be a lot of reconciliation process as well. Because some of these women, they go back to their communities and they are still abused psychologically and emotionally. They are not allowed to attend weddings, funerals, they are ostracized, they are branded, exactly what the report is called, they are branded for life. And this goes down from generation to generation. Once your grandmother is branded, most likely your mother will be branded, and you as a child are likely to be branded. So this is a very big issue, cultural issue in our society. It's not just about traditional leaders, it's also about religious leaders, religious groups, because they are also perpetrators of this kind of witchcraft accusations.